Look at the size of this clover. Sheep and cattle candy. She's just a great animal. Hey, good day to you. Jason here, Birchfield Family Farm. We're in Oxford, Ohio, raising grass-fed red Devon cattle, St. Croix sheep, and chickens in a rotational grazing system. I have a good word for you today. This comes from Psalm 37. Do not fret because of evil men, or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass, they will soon wither. Like green plants, they will soon die away. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. If you read through that Psalm 37 several times through that psalm, it tells us, do not fret. Do not fret. I'm having to remind myself to be conscious of that here this week. We've had quite a week here on the farm. Tuesday night we had a tornado that missed us, went just to the south of us. Thank you, those that reached out, checking in on us. That was very thoughtful. Spent some time in the basement, a couple shots here. This first shot was taken in Okeana, about 11 miles south of us, and then even closer here, there was some damage on a road just to the south here. Power poles down, grain bin flattened. I think somebody set up a semi tractor trailer turned over. We had almost 2 inches of rain in under an hour. I came out, checked on everybody, afterwards. Meat birds were wet, but did not end up losing anybody. Everything looked fine. And so what a blessing. Very thankful to have come through that like we did. Last night, the bulls broke out of the paddocks and just completely snapped the wires. So all the cattle are out right now in the windmill pasture, which is that's not good. That's not a fit because we rent that ground. So I need to get them off of there. Let's talk about that situation though. We had a young heifer come into heat is what it was. And heat usually lasts 24 to 30 hours. And I tell you, we've got 3 intact bulls. One's younger, potential replacement, but the 2 intact. And don't misunderstand me here. Our bulls are not usually aggressive by any means. They're very docile. Never had this problem before, but I think, having 2 bulls that are grown now, that are both intact, I'm noticing when we have cows, this was a heifer, come into heat, they're going at it. And I think that second younger bull is now getting to the point where, he's pushing back, wanting to try and establish dominance, and he's not been able to do that yet. But I'm noticing it's when the females are coming into heat here that everybody just gets very riled up. And so we have so much to do today. I need to move sheep. We need to move meat birds. And let's see what we can do on these cattle. I've got to come up with a plan here to get them back. I tell you, last night it got dark and they busted through the wires. And, Sam and I are out here trying to piecemeal things back together and to get them. I ended up getting them back in the paddock, which was a huge mistake because they just busted out again. Absolute waste of time. But it got kind of dangerous. Because the wires that they had busted through were on the ground, and then they trampled through those wires and started pulling those wires, and some of those wires were wrapped around our feet. And so I told Sam, I said, hey, just go inside. It's dark. This is getting dangerous. We'll mess with this tomorrow. Checking in on the meats here. Everybody has been doing great. These guys are growing up. But we need to get them moved here today. But I'll tell you one good thing we did, a couple good things we did that really worked out. Number one, the kiddos put these feed bags, stapled those up around the base. Man, that has been great. It's kept the wind and the weather off them. These feed bags are biodegradable. completely biodegradable, and I love that. You know, all paper, and so they'll just rot away. Not a big deal. But I tell you, the other good thing we did is we kept them up here kind of by these barns, just starting out in that transition from the brooder to pasture. And that has really been a fit, because we've been able to keep these lights. I got 3 lights in there plugged in, and so, you know, we're dipping down like in the 40s tonight. You know, according to Salatin's chart, we should be able to handle the 30s now. But you know, it's the problem is when you get that wet weather, right? You get that rain and you get the blowing and they get wet. Like the other night when we had the storm, I came out here and they were soaked, right? And that's not good. And so what I ended up doing, it looks like we got one behind a bag over there. What I ended up doing actually was kicking those lights on when they got wet. And that really worked out. Got them dried off, and let's get these guys moved. Okay, we're up to about 14.5 pounds of feed a day now on these 100 meat birds. And just after we move the tractor, we like to come in and just sprinkle that around. Some folks like to use a feeder. I don't really find that's necessary, as long as we put the food out right after we move them, so they're not in their manure, their own fresh grass. It seems to work out for us. Okay, here's our plan. A couple bins of hay here. Cattle are clear back there at the tree line in that windmill pasture. Got to get them up here. That's ground that we've got rented out, and that's not fair. I can't leave them there. So paddock 9 here, this is what they busted out of. This fence up here. Apologize for the wind today. We've pulled that wire out of the way. So the plan here, bring that out here, girls. I'm gonna try and get them to see this red can of hay. I'm gonna call them, and we're gonna try and bring them in to paddock 9 and then over into 10, where they should be moving to today. So let's see if this works. I'm gonna take this can out here at the edge, the top of the hill here, and kind of just holler for them. I got Sam out there with an eye in the sky here. Let's see what they do here. Come on, cows. Come on, cows, we got hay. Come on, cows. Come on. Come on, cows. Okay, who wants hay this time of year when you got all the green grass you want and all the shade that you want as well? We're gonna have to unfortunately go back there and drive them up. Okay, again, apologize for the wind. We got our bulls down there with that heifer that's in heat. So wherever I move that heifer, the bulls will follow. Now these guys here, we can run them up. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, come on. Come on, get up. Let's go. Yeah, come on. Go on, Em, we're going home. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on, Pat. There's a big boy there, so it's him and this other bull that had been really going. Go on, Pat. Go on. Yeah. Go on. Go on. Yeah. Go on. Go on home. Go on. We're going home. It looks like these two have stopped. They're fighting. Keep an eye on that. I'm certainly not putting them back in if they're going to keep fighting. But I'm going up there on the hill. They know they're in trouble. They know where they're going. Come on, Hanky. Let's go. Back home. Go on, Big. Back home. Let's go. Go on, Hank. I'll tell you what, we need some horses if we're going to be out here doing this nonsense. Might get a little help here from the drone here on herding. Come on, Days, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on, you guys know where you're going. Come on, back up front. There we go. Girls are up there on the hill with the hay can there, and they're calling for them. That'll help. I think once they see that, they'll be a little bit better about heading that way. Go on, Em. Come on. I know it's tasty out there. We got stuff for you up in the paddocks. Come on. Come on, Pat. So Pat is not going to leave LP's side. So there's that heifer there that's in heat. And again, the two bulls just going at it. You know, just that 24 to 30 hours where that heifer goes in heat. Just really problematic this year. I have not had trouble with it in the past. And I'll tell you, well, here we go. Okay, see there? So Pat, well, here we go again. So Pat defeats Big. Big's the one with the horns there, and he's younger. And Pat defeats him on a regular basis, and that kind of establishes that dominance as to who can breed. No, up on the hill, you guys, let's go. No, let's go. Come on, Pat. So I need to focus on driving that heifer there, and I think everybody else is gonna follow. Go on. No, into the paddock. Okay, I need to get that heifer in there. There she goes. Show her that hay. Come on, Em. Dang, come on. I tell you, when you make regular cattle moves and they know where they're going, they do remember. But this is out of there. This is out of everybody's league here. So back over. Go on, Petey. Go on, Joy. Come on. Yeah, come on, Big. Come on. Yeah. Come on, Big. Go on, there he goes. Okay, show him the hay, guys. No, Em. No. Yeah. Go on back in. Go on back in. Come on. Yeah. Go on, back in. Go on. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Show them that hay down around. There you go. Oh, finally. No, come on. Keep going. Let's go. Okay. Down around the corner. Okay. No, in there. Okay, we got him. Whew. An ordeal. Okay, so you can see him here, a little bit of herd dynamics. You can see Big Pat, you know, there we go. You know, he's obviously trying to breed her. So, and you can see his body position. He will always stay in between that heifer and this other intact bull, Mr. Big. And so last night, Mr. Big wanted to challenge. And so they're pushing back and forth, and it really didn't matter. It didn't matter what was going on. They just blew right through those electric wires. And so you got to let them, unfortunately, you got to let them fight it out. You got to let one of them establish dominance. And you can see there, yeah, see how Patrick chases him off. So they've reestablished, you know, who's dominant. And she should eventually stand for him here, being in heat. But good to know they've kind of reestablished their order here. I think in looking ahead, I think I need to start thinking about unloading this guy here. He's out of Emma, my best cow. She's more on that milking Devon side, you can see with those horns, and he is out of her. And she, let's see, her grandsire was out of that Rotakawa line. And so that would be his great grandsire was that Rotakawa line. And that, you know, the Devons, they say, will bring you back that more of the maternal side. And I've seen that here with Emma. She weans her calves on her own, always breeds back. She's just a great animal. Oh, good grief. Yeah, I'm okay. That was the real deal. That definitely was not staged there. I had a pair of horns coming at me. You don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time out here. At least not today, that's for sure. So let's have a conversation about bulls. What I've noticed, I've always been told, if you have bulls that grow up together, they'll be fine. They won't really fight. And that has been the case here. They don't usually. I mean, there's some pushing back and forth, but Patrick, the herd sire, has always been able to, handle Mr. Big, and he puts him into the ground, and then Big kind of walks off with his tail between his legs. That's just the way they do it. But Sam's waving at me over there. I better go see what's going on. But I have seen there's a farmer that rents ground from us, and he runs another intact bull out here, and ours and his stand at the fence line and just go toe to toe kicking dirt. And there was one time they did get in together. I had to break it up. That was fun. But yeah, I've noticed that bulls from different herds that don't grow up together it seems that they'll be more aggressive. And these have been together, Mr. Big, since he was real young. He's just over 4 years old now. And I tell you, we got him for a second line. And sorry about the wind here. I would like to put him over a couple of the... Now, for instance, this heifer right now, I could peel them off, but it just hasn't worked that way. So, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to send him to freezer camp here. Okay, so here's that classic position here. And I see the heads go down. Yeah, here we go. Oh, boy. So you can see, here's our heifer, and Pat's going to stay in between this other Mr. Big, the intact bull, and the heifer there. He has established dominance. So, this is nothing like it was last night. I think we can keep them contained now, but I can't have this going on every time we get a cow or a heifer that comes into heat here. I mean, I'm gonna have to unload a bull here, so we'll have to talk about that and see what works best for us. I could remove the heifer. I mean, that's another option, but I really don't want to do that because what is she? Just over 2 years old. She needs to breed here, but 2 years and 2 months. So she's get bred. I mean, that's what we do here. So anyhow, quite a day on the ranch. Okay, Sam's over at the barn here. He's gonna push these sheep from the back here with the drone. I got the girls up around the gates here. They're itching to move here. Let's get them going. Come on, sheeps. Come on, lammies. See if he can push them from the back there. There he is. So he'll come down here, and they will not like that. There we go. Come on, sheeps. I'll tell you, that drone is so handy for moving them around, especially when we need to split off sheep from cattle. They just they do not like that thing. I can't really blame them. Sounds like 1,000 mosquitoes. So I think what I'll do is push them in front of me here. Here they come, girls. All right, come on, little lammies. Let's go, everybody, come on. Okay. All right, no, out of Mama's, oh man, Mama's asparagus patch. Come on, guys. No, that way. Now, this ought to be a fun one here. So we're trying to go up around the silo there and into the front pasture. All right, girls, let's go. You come up on the side of them there. Push them straight over. No, sheeps, not that way. Let's go. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Push them up. This is where we hayed the cattle over the winter, and I did sow a cover crop. Oh, look at it coming up. All that rain. Check that out. That's cool. Looks like Sam's getting some shots there. Come on, little lammies, let's go. Secret one we found, well, I won't say the secret, we don't have it figured out, but when you're moving the little ones, not to focus on the little ones, it's about like herding cats. Push the mamas, and then those babies will follow most of the time. All right, everybody knows the drill here. Okay, push them through. Okay. Need to run them up around the corner. Look at this grass. It's just out of control. There we go. They're gonna take the path. That's what I thought they'd do. So we're trying to go around. We're gonna get them in this pen here. Man, I got some boards that need fixed on that fence. We'll try and get them in that pen, and then we'll move the nets and try and get them out in this area, out in there. They'll love that. Come on, let's go around the gate. All right. Yeah, you can let them out. Let's close this up. All right, we got the net's set up here. Let's see if we can get them moved in. I'll stay here. Keep it going, mama. There we go. All right. That is that lush or what? Look at this pasture, man. What a year it is to be a grass farmer. Now these bare spots here, these bare spots are places we threw hay out. Remember we talked about that. I did put some seed down, clover, alfalfa. I like that nitrograze alfalfa, recessed crown. It sounds kind of coming up. Yeah, there's some stuff down below there coming on with all that rain, but yeah, we'll go ahead and net these guys in. Okay, let's have one final look at cattle here. This is what I want to see. This is exactly what I want to see. So we have settled down. Big Pat has reestablished dominance here, and all is well in the kingdom. Yeah. So you can see, again, he's got that body position between, LP over there in heat, and then Mr. Big over here. So we're looking pretty good. Boy, they look happy, don't they? Man. Little Hank and Bobby here. The takeaway here, intact bulls, they're fine together. But when you get two full-grown intact bulls, even if they grew up together, if you get a heifer or a cow that comes into heat, you got to look out. So thanks for hanging with me today. Beautiful day out here on the farm. It really shaped up to be a good one. Boy, 60s, low humidity, sun shining, blue skies. Tell you, it's been kind of a rough week here, but remember, guys, my worst day on the farm is better than my best day in a cubicle. Thanks for hanging with me. We'll talk to you next time. Be blessed and be at peace. Take care.